Paul Linn's predictions on East versus West 11 supermatches. Mindaugas Tarasaitis versus Daniel Procopciuc. I think this match is going to be insane. I think the buildups are going to be entertaining. I like both of these guys personally for different reasons. Mindaugas is obviously mastered the sport of arm wrestling, so you can't count him out. But I think there's a level of a strength gap with Daniel and Mindaugas, so I think it's going to come down to Mindaugas' technique. He's so good pulling, defensively. I think I would give Daniel a slight favorite. I wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way. Oleg Zhokh versus Avtandil Tutberidze. I don't know Tutberidze very much, but I know Oleg. To make Oleg an underdog in his own weight category is tough. He's one of those guys that you don't bet against, especially at his own weight category. It'll be interesting, we'll see what happens. Zurab Tutberidze versus Artem Tainov. I love Zurab. I think with the right arm injury and the focus on the left, we're probably gonna see his best left arm yet, so I don't think Zurab is coming to lose. I think he's coming to make a statement. I see that Zurab is now very hungry and he's got that champion mindset. When something bad happened, he broke his arm and he responded so positively on his social media. He never stopped training, and for that reason, I think he's winning. Todd Hutchings versus David Dedikian. I think this is potentially Todd's toughest match. I think Dedikian has a very strong hand, and if there's anybody who's going to be able to defeat Todd's pronation a little bit, it's probably David. The best lane for Dedikian might be to just dive in a hook. But I just think Todd's getting better. He is improving in back pressure and pronation, and he's kind of mastered top roll defense. Alijan Muratov versus Evgeny Prudnik. I think this is really close. This is one I'm looking forward to. Prudnik is always so entertaining. My gut kind of makes Alijan a slight favorite, but I'm picking Prudnik to win. I think Prudnik has so much heart, and his last left-handed match was just unbelievable, like one of my favorite matches. Rino Masic versus Ivan Matyushenko. Seeing Ivan pull recently now, following him on social media, the guy is just a stud. Powerhouse. Looking at the fast shoulder roll and how he dealt with Camille, I think that's going to be a tough lane for Rino, but I do think Rino is a little bit faster than Camille. I think he can go inside or outside. I really like Rino. I'm like rooting for him. Artyom Morozov versus Alex Kordecha. I like both of these guys, and I think Morozov might be the stronger human being, but this is going to come down to anatomy, and just how large of a human being Kordecha is and how awkward his style is. I make Kordecha slight favorite, but I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys back. Seeing Morozov back and healthy, and then now seeing Kordecha on the East versus West stage is just monumental. Paul Linn versus Irakli Zirakashvili. My weight is 100 kilos. I'm in good shape, lean, and getting stronger. I'm still progressing technically and learning how to fight. I do strength checks for my preparation. I have thought about my match against Sasho, and I know where I went wrong and things I could have done better in preparation. I'm only at my best when I'm focusing on the nearest match, so I'm worried about January 20th to face Irakli. This match is a huge test for me. Irakli is the toughest stylistic challenge. He's the best top roller at 95 kilos. His back pressure and hand and wrist are insane. It'll be a huge barometer for me understanding my ability to prepare, to impose myself, and to pull reactively. I have the utmost respect for Irakli. I could be the underdog against Irakli, but I'm going to try to win 100%. Matt Mask versus Wagner Bortolato. I think Matt Mask is winning this. I think Matt is on a good trajectory right now, and I think stylistically, with this being Wagner's off arm, Matt's going to be able to secure an outside move and potentially finish quickly. Robbie Topi versus Aymeric Perdines. Aymeric is an explosive outside puller. Robbie has for a long time been in the top 3 super heavyweights left arm in the country, and now he has lost a little weight. He's always pulling and training. He had that huge win over Cody Merritt a couple years back, and then he won the East versus West qualifiers. I think now Aymeric is the favorite, but I will not be surprised if Robbie shows up in his best form and wins. I'll be supporting him. John Berzenk versus Krasimir Kostadinov. I just don't bet against John, but I think this one's probably going to be very interesting. I believe John has the versatility to win this match, and potentially take Krasimir's hand, but then there's always the question about, where is John's health? Where is his interest level? I don't want to say that if John didn't have to do that weight cut, he would have won the match against Sasho, because that's detracting from Sasho's success. But I do think it would have been a variable in his favor. Marcio Barboza versus Oleg Petrenko. I think that Marcio has enough versatility in this match. A lot of Marcio's ups and downs are based off of his work schedule and his ability to train and injuries. After talking to him and pulling with him, I think he has options to win this match. Petrenko can pull in several different styles as well, but I think this Marcio is taking this serious, and this is a big kind of a comeback match for him. I think Marcio wins. Vala Ichkiti versus Nurdalit Aydarkan. Vala pulled David very well. I was very impressed. I also remember the Nurdalit match against Mindaugas, and he was impressive too. I support Georgians unless they're pulling Americans, so I'm back in Vala. I think Vala is gonna win. I think his outside is just a little too much. I think he's gonna have a ton of back pressure and be able to nullify some Nurdalit's speed.